child's pose, releasing the hips down to the heels. Arms can be outstretched in front of you, or if that's too intense on your shoulders, they can be resting by your sides. Deepening the breath. You can begin to gently walk your hands over towards the right, drawing your left sit bone down towards the left heel, stretching out the left side body. And then walking hands back through center, let's take them over to towards the left. This time tacking the right hip down to the right heel and sending breath into the right side body. Back to center. Drawing the hands slightly towards you, rising up into tabletop position. So here we'll stack our shoulders over wrists, our hips over the knees. Inhale, dropping the belly down as the gaze goes up. Exhale, we'll push the floor away, rounding through the spine. At your own pace, flowing between the two. From here, we'll extend the right leg out towards the right, planting the sole of the foot on the earth. And we're going to draw the sit bones towards the back of the mat. Left hip stays stacked over left knee. Breathing into the back of the right leg. Let's place that right knee on the earth and switch sides, extending the left leg out towards the left, planting the sole of the foot, and then drawing the sit bones towards the back of the mat, staying high on the right knee. Coming back to center. Let's walk the hands a little further forward, coming into heart pose, Anahata Asana. So hips stay high, chest dips down towards the earth. Maybe forehead rests. From here, planting the forearms on the earth, we're going to come into dolphin plank pose. So forearms are shoulder width apart, gripping the mat with your finger pads. You can always keep your knees on the earth if this is too intense. Here, hug the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine drawing the toes forward towards the elbows. And then maybe picking up the right foot slightly. We're going to place the right foot behind the left Achilles. So behind your left heel here, you're going to take the big toe between the big toe and the first toe and anchor it just above the left heel. And then we're going to drag that left heel back, stretching out the back of the leg as we strengthen the core. And then switching sides, releasing right foot to the earth. Let's pick up the left foot, sliding the left toes on either side of the Achilles on the right side, and then drawing the heel back towards the back of the mat. Releasing left foot to the earth. Let's take child's pose. Resting the hips back on the heels. Deepening the breath once again. And then rising back up to tabletop position. We'll take the hands into turnout so the fingers face the long edge of the mat. Wrists are still stacked beneath your shoulders. From here, we're just going to stretch out the shoulders. So dipping the shoulders down slightly, dipping the chest, and then bringing the chest up, slightly rounding, creating space around the back of the heart. So really subtle movements here. Awakening the shoulder blades. And then taking the fingertips facing back. This might be way too intense. Yeah, if it is, you can just sit back on your heels, extend your arm out, right arm in front of you, and then just draw the fingertips towards you. Okay, if you're in this tabletop position, you can just stay in stillness. This might be enough, it's pretty intense. Or you can begin to gently draw the weight back slightly, stretching a little bit further. If you're in the seated variation, switching hands, stretching out the other hand, the left hand this time, the left wrist. And then everyone sitting back on the heels. We'll tuck all 10 toes, stretching out the arches of the feet, maybe rolling out the wrists, taking the circles in the opposite direction, maybe shaking out the hands, flicking the fingers. Let's inhale, interlacing the palms, interlacing the fingers, palms facing out. And then inhale as we reach the palms up towards the sky, stretching out the shoulders. And then releasing fingertips down towards the earth. Let's interlace our hands behind our back, drawing the arms away from your sit bones, opening the chest. And then releasing the fingertips, let's take the hands forward, coming into tabletop. We'll tap out the tops of the feet. And then walking hands forward slightly, let's pop up into downward facing dog. So rising up, drawing the sit bones towards the sky, rooting the hands and the feet into the earth. Couple breaths here, moving however the body wants today. And then on your next round of breath, we'll gently walk forward, coming to the top of the mat. Finding standing forward fold. Feet are hip width apart here. Let's bend the knees, draping the torso over the thighs. And maybe clasping opposite elbows here in ragdoll. Releasing the fingertips down towards the earth. Let's roll up the spine. Moving slowly, keeping the knees slightly bent. Once you're up, reaching fingertips up towards the sky, and then hinging forward once again, keeping a soft bend to the knees. In your own time, rolling up to stand once again, awakening the spine. We'll inhale, fingertips up. And then taking arms wide, diving down once again. On your inhale, gently rolling up. And then taking a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose. Stay here, or transferring weight into the left foot. Let's kick that right foot up behind us, grabbing that right foot and drawing it in towards the sit bones. Left hand can just be by your side, or left hand can be on your hip. Drawing right knee towards left. One more round of breath. And then releasing that right foot, see if you can step back into lunge pose and then lower that back knee down towards the earth, or just make your way into low lunge. We'll tent fingertips on either side of the front foot. And from here, we're going to draw the right arm forward, reaching it up towards the sky and back, creating big circles with the right arm. Then placing the right hand on the earth, we'll open the chest towards the left, reaching left fingertips up towards the sky. Option to stay here, or if you'd like, reaching back for the right foot and drawing the right foot in towards your sit bones. Releasing that right foot back to the earth. Let's plant both palms on the inside of the front foot, coming into lizard pose. From here we'll flow, or you can just stay in lizard if you'd like. Inhale here, reaching the chest forward. Exhale, we're going to work to straighten the front leg, toes curl in towards the shin. Coming back to lizard. Shine the chest forward, and then on the exhale, sit bones reach back as you work to straighten the front leg. Let's do 3 more of each in your own time. And then left foot plants on the earth. Let's place the hands beneath the shoulders, and then swinging that left leg back, left knee meets right in tabletop position. We'll extend that right leg out towards the right once again. Sole of the foot finds the earth. And then coming down onto your forearms if you can, or you can always stay high, tenting fingertips here. We'll draw the sit bones towards the back of the mat once again, staying high on the back knee. On your next in-breath, we're going to rise up, keeping the legs as they are. We'll place the right hand gently on the right thigh, and then inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky, and maybe arching over towards that right leg. Rising back up to center, releasing the fingertips down towards the earth. Let's take the right knee back, meeting left. From here, we're going to stand up on the knees, reaching both fingertips up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, coming forward into heart pose. So hips stay high, forehead makes its way down to the earth. On the inhale, sliding hands towards you, rising back up on the knees, reaching the fingertips up, and then gathering hands together as you make your way back into heart pose. One more time, we rise. Exhale, releasing down to the earth. From here, keeping our forearms on the ground, we're going to come back into that dolphin plank. So really gripping the mat with your finger pads, pushing your forearms into the earth. Energetically drawing the toes forward here, hug belly button in towards your spine, and then gently lowering body down to the earth, coming into Sphinx pose. So we're going to untuck toes here, elbows below shoulders, plugging the tops of all 10 toes into the mat as we draw the chest forward. Couple breaths here. And then releasing the chest down, resting forehead for a couple breaths. It might feel nice to rock the hips side to side here. Then placing hands beneath your shoulders, we'll tuck our toes and push up to downward facing dog. The sit bones reach up towards the sky as our hands and feet root into the earth. We'll inhale, right foot can go up towards the sky. Exhale, we'll step it forward, plant it between the palms. And then placing the left foot down, the left heel angled inwards towards the right. We're coming into warrior one. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Front knee is bent. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Staying here if you'd like, or work to straighten that front leg. Coming into pyramid pose. We'll take the torso forward a quarter of the way, so not very far forward. One long line of energy from the back heel all the way out the fingertips. Hug your belly button in, stay strong in the core. And then exhale, releasing fingertips to the earth. You can bend into that front knee. We'll step forward, coming into standing forward fold at the front of the mat. Head hangs heavy. Let's have a soft bend to the knees here and slowly roll up, coming up to stand. Let's place one hand on your heart, the other hand on top of that, maybe closing the eyes for a couple moments, noticing any differences in the right and left side of the body. tapping back into your full body breath. Releasing the arms by your side. Fluttering eyes open. Keeping the gaze soft. Stay here, or if you'd like, transferring the weight into the right foot this time. We're going to reach back for the left foot, drawing it in towards the sit bones. Left knee draws in towards right knee, and maybe your hand is on your right hip or resting by your side. Keep the jaw soft. Keep the face soft. Releasing left foot down to the earth. Let's step it back into lunge pose. Taking the back knee down to the ground or making your way into low lunge. We'll tent the fingertips on either side of the front foot. Stay here if you'd like, or inhale, reach the left arm forward, up towards the sky, towards the back of the mat as we draw big circles with that left arm. Moving slowly if you can, really feeling into every part of the left shoulder. And then the next time left hand comes down, let's place it on the mat. We'll revolve towards the right. Inhale, reaching right fingertips up towards the sky. Chest twists open towards the right. Staying here, or if you'd like, reaching back for the left foot, drawing the left foot in towards the sit bones. Keeping that leg active as you push the left foot into the right hand, as that right hand draws the left foot in towards the sit bones. Chest reaches open towards the right. Then releasing the back foot, placing the right hand on the mat, squaring the chest to the front of the mat. We'll walk that right hand to the inside of the right foot for lizard pose. And once again, you can stay here or we'll flow. So inhale, chest reaches forward in lizard. Exhale, drawing the hips back as we work to straighten the front leg. Toes curl up towards shin. Inhale, coming forward. Hips are heavy. Exhale, reach the sit bones back as we work to straighten that front leg, Ardha Hanuman. And then pulsing between the two, we'll do 3 more of each at your own pace. And when you're done your third, placing the right foot on the ground, we'll plant the palms and then swing the right knee to meet left, coming into tabletop. We'll extend the left leg out towards the left, planting the sole of the foot on the ground, and then coming down to forearms. If you can always stay on your hands here, reaching the sit bones towards the back of the mat. Once again, keeping the jaw soft. Breathing deeply into the back of that left leg. On your next inhale, we'll rise up with the torso, keeping legs as they are. Gently placing left hand on left thigh this time. Inhale, reach right fingertips up towards the sky, and maybe gently over towards the left, stretching out the right side body. On your in-breath, rising up. Let's place the hands back on the mat. And then bringing left knee to meet right. Let's walk the hands forward, keeping hips high, finding heart pose. On your inhale, sliding hands towards you as you rise up. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale, coming back to heart pose, sliding hands forward. Inhale, drawing hands towards you as you rise up. Reach the fingertips up. And then exhale, coming forward, bowing down. One more time, sliding hands towards you as you rise. Exhale, reaching hands in front of you on the mat, forehead rests. Keeping the forearms as they are, let's reach the legs out behind us, coming into dolphin plank. Option always to keep the knees on the earth here. Hug your belly button in. Nice strong core. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath here if you can, but giving yourself permission to come out at any point. And then on your last exhale, lowering the body down to the earth, untucking toes, coming into Sphinx pose. So once again, stacking shoulders over elbows, plugging the tops of all 10 toes into the mat, keeping the legs active as we bring the chest forward through the arms. On your exhale, releasing the forehead down to the earth. Let's rest here for a couple of breaths. Maybe enjoying stillness, or maybe rocking the hips side to side. Sliding hands beneath shoulders. Let's push up to downward facing dog. Taking a couple breaths here. Feeling the inhales, making their way all the way into the low back. On your next inhale, let's reach that left leg up towards the sky. And then stepping it forward, planting it between the hands, coming into warrior one this side. So bending into the front knee, hips are square to the front of the mat. As we rise up to stand, reach the fingertips up. And then staying here if you'd like, or work towards straightening that front leg for pyramid pose. And maybe taking the torso forward a quarter of the way. Hug your belly button in towards your spine. Nice strong core helps support the low back. Reaching energetically upwards with the fingers, rooting energetically down through the feet. And then on your next exhale, taking fingertips down to the floor. You can bend into that front knee. And then step forward, coming into standing forward fold. Once again, we can bend the knees, draping torso over the thighs, maybe clasping opposite elbows here, allowing the head to hang heavy. And then keeping the knees softly bent, let's roll up to stand. Once again, placing one hand on the heart, the other hand on top of that. Maybe closing the eyes. And then noticing any differences this time around. Maybe the body feels more balanced. Tapping back into the breath if you've lost your connection to it. Allowing the inhales to be deep and long. Allowing the exhales to be even longer. Then opening the eyes, we'll release the hands on either side. We'll take that left leg, crossing it in front of right. We're going to inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, and hinging forward here, coming down however far as you can. You should feel a nice stretch in the back, right leg, also the outer right thigh, the outer right hip. Staying here if you'd like, or begin to walk the hands over towards the left, pressing the right hip out towards the right. Breathing into the IT band, the outer edge of that right leg. Coming back to center. Let's step that left foot back. Hip width apart. Releasing the head down. Standing forward fold. We'll find a flat back here. Either hands can come to shins or fingertips to the earth. And then stepping right foot back. We'll come into runner's lunge. You can always take the variation we did on the other side with the back knee down. From here, we're going to do the same arm movement. So inhale, reaching that right arm forward and up, drawing big circles with the arm. Back leg is really active. And then placing right hand on the earth. Let's inhale, lifting the left fingertips up towards the sky. Chest opens towards the left. Draw the energy up the right arm and out the left fingertips. One more round of breath. And then placing left palm on the earth. Let's lower that back knee down and then work towards straightening the front leg. Ardha Hanuman. Hips reach back, so we're stacking that right hip over the right knee. You can tent your fingertips here or rest your hands on your shin. Really bring the chest forward through the arms, curling toes to shin. Stay here, or maybe walking the hands over towards the left on the outer edge of the left leg. Keep the jaw soft if you can. And then walking hands back to center. Let's come forward into lizard pose. So hands are on the inside of the front foot. So you might want to watch me for this next transition. We're going to move towards lounging lizard. So from here, you're going to take the back knee to the ground, if you'd like, or lifting it up. We're going to walk that right hand forward about a foot, and then we'll pivot both feet facing towards the left. If this is too intense on your knees, you can always come down to your back and thread the needle, placing the left ankle on the right thigh and then hugging your legs in towards your chest. So once again, from lizard pose, we're walking the right hand forward about a foot, then we're rotating both of the feet parallel to the left. So we're on the knife edge of the back foot. The front foot is placed on the ground. And then we're going to lower the right hip down to the earth. You can make your stance a little shorter, so this left leg can come in towards the back of the mat a bit, if that gives you more space. Maggie, you can also take butterfly if you want, just soles of the feet together, knees wide, if that's better. Yeah, okay. From here, if you'd like, you can place your left hand on the left thigh and gently push the left thigh away from you. Keep the jaw soft. Keep flexing the right foot. And then from here, we're going to come down onto our right side. So stacking knees, we're going to take that left leg back, stacking knees on top of each other. You can prop your right hand beneath your head. From here, we'll do a few clamshells. So keeping the feet together, we're going to open the knees wide and then slowly release. So lifting up that left knee and then slowly lowering down. We'll do 10 of these total at your own time, in your own pace. And then once you're done 10, you can rest here, or if you'd like, you can reach for the outer edge of the left foot or the left shin and extend that left foot up towards the sky and maybe overhead. And then releasing the left leg down. We'll roll onto our back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet on the earth, hip width apart. Arms can be by your side here. We'll do 3 bridge rolls. So on the inhale, peel the hips up towards the sky, rolling up the spine. On the exhale, slowly rolling down the spine. Tailbone comes down last. Inhale, reach the hips up as you draw the chest towards your chin. Exhale, slowly lowering vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll do 1 more of these. And then when you're done, taking the feet as wide as the mat, drawing knees in towards each other. Let's place one hand on our belly, the other hand on top of that. And then rolling onto one side, let's come back onto our tummies. Placing hands beneath our shoulders, tucking toes, coming back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing right leg up towards the sky. Let's step it forward. Coming into runner's lunge, tenting fingertips. So we're doing the other side now. Option to take that back knee down if that gives you more stability. Or keeping it up, we're going to draw the left fingertips forward and up, drawing those big circles with the arm. We'll do 5 in total, moving at your own pace. Keeping that back leg really active. then once you're done your fifth, planting left palm on the earth, let's peel the chest open towards the right. Reach right fingertips up towards the sky. And then right hand comes down to the mat. You can place your right hand on the inside of that front foot. Lizard pose, so you can take back knee to the earth. And then working towards straightening the front leg for Ardha Hanuman. You can tent fingertips here, curling toes towards your shin. Once again, you can place hands on that shin if you need to give yourself a little bit of extra space. Your left hip stacks over left knee. And that front leg is working towards straight. You can keep that knee bent. Just keep the foot active so that the leg stays active. Maybe here, walking hands over towards the right. Breathing into the IT band on the right side of the leg. Walking hands back to the inside of the front foot. Coming back into lizard pose. Couple breaths here, allowing the hips to get nice and heavy. Reaching the chest forward through the arms. From here, we'll make our way into lounging lizard. So you might want to shorten your stance, bringing that front foot back slightly. We're going to walk that left hand forward about a foot. And then lifting up the back knee, rotating the feet so that they're both pointing towards the right. We're on the knife edge of the back foot. That back foot's nice and flexed. And then lowering down onto the left hip. So other option here is to come onto your back and thread the needle the other side, placing the right ankle on the left thigh, and then interlacing hands around the shin or the hamstring, drawing the legs in towards you. Or butterfly pose. Okay. If you're in lounging lizard, you're going to take right hand, if you'd like, placing it on that right thigh and pushing the thigh away from you. Couple breaths here. And then coming down to the left side of the body, we're going to lie down, bending both knees, stacking right knee on top of left. You can prop up your head with that left hand. And from here, we'll do some clamshells. So opening the knee, the top knee up towards the sky, and then slowly lowering it down. You can keep the inner edges of the feet together as you do this. We'll do 10 of these. Then once you're done your set of 10, reaching for the outer edge of that right foot or reaching for the shin, we'll draw the right foot up towards the sky or maybe overhead towards the top of the mat. Releasing right leg down, let's roll over onto our backs. We'll take the feet wide, knees drawing in towards each other. Then once again resting one hand on the belly, the other hand on top of that. Staying here, or if you'd like, drawing the soles of the feet together and opening the knees wide, taking reclined butterfly. You can place your hands overhead, creating a diamond shape with the arms, bending the elbows and stacking one palm on top of the other. From here, bringing the knees in towards each other. You can use your hands to help the knees make their way up to center. And then draw the knees in towards the chest, hugging them in. It might feel nice to rock side to side, massaging the low back. Or placing hands on the knees, you can draw circles with the knees. And then taking the circles in the opposite direction. Let's hug that right knee in towards the chest, extending the left leg out on the mat, or bending the left knee and placing the sole of the left foot on the earth. From here, taking that left hand to the outer right knee and crossing the right knee across the body towards the left, finding reclined spinal twist. If this is too intense, you can always bring that left knee up, stacking it beneath the right. Gives your low back a little bit more space. The right arm can extend out from the body, perpendicular to the body. And maybe you gently turn the head towards the right. Bringing the right knee back up to center, hugging it in towards the chest. And then bending the left leg, placing the left sole of the foot on the earth. We'll take thread the needle. So the right ankle, place it on the left thigh, and then reach through the legs, interlacing your hands either around that left shin or the left hamstring. And then draw the left knee in towards the chest, flexing both feet. Maybe letting the hands go here and just using the leg muscles to draw the knee a little bit closer towards the chest. Maybe not, it's up to you. Release the legs. Let's take happy baby, soles of the feet up towards the sky, and then reaching for either the outer edges of the feet or for the shins, and draw the knees down towards the earth. It might feel great to stay still, or you might want to rock side to side. And then coming back to center, let's release right leg down to the ground. We'll hug left knee in towards the chest. Then placing right hand to the outer left knee, crossing the body with the knee, drawing it over towards the right, reclined spinal twist, other side. Once again, if this is too intense, you can always bring that right knee up and stack it beneath the left. Extending left arm out perpendicular to the body, and maybe gently the gaze falls over that left hand. Coming back up to center, hug left knee in. And then thread the needle other side, so placing left ankle on the right thigh. Interlacing fingers around that right shin or behind the right leg. Drawing the right knee in towards your chest as you energetically push the left knee away from you. Once again, if you want to play here, you can release the hands and using your leg muscles, draw your legs in towards the chest. Releasing that, let's curl into a little ball, hug both knees in towards the chest. Maybe drawing your nose in towards your knees. And then releasing your body. Let the legs reach out onto the mat, arms splay by your side, finding Shavasana, final rest. Maybe closing down the eyes or keeping the gaze nice and soft. And allowing any tension in your body to melt into the earth. Letting the body release. Body. Maybe stretching the arms up overhead. You can bend the knees, placing the feet on the ground. And then in your own time, moving slowly, rolling on to one side. Pausing here for a breath or two. Making your way slowly up to sit. If you can, keeping eyes closed. Once there, we'll place one hand on the heart, the other hand on top of that. Honoring your amazing, strong bodies, the power of your breath. joining me today on the mat.